Those who are skilled at manipulating others have great power. You may not be aware of it, yet you are impacted by deft manipulators on a daily basis. I'm going to teach you how to use this art yourself today. You'll be surprised at how many of these strategies have been applied to you by the end. You cannot afford to miss this, I assure you. Stay put to learn the startling reality. Are you ready? Let's get started. When someone makes you question reality, that is known as gaslighting. The manipulator subtly skews events to cause you to doubt your perspective, memory, and even your thoughts. You'll start to question whether you overreacted or misinterpreted the situation. The intention is to make you so perplexed that you believe their version of events more than your own. In real life, it looks like this. You dispute with someone, and at the end, they make you feel like you're the issue, even though they initiated the argument. Be cautious, since gaslighting can infiltrate ordinary circumstances and cause you to start doubting yourself. One of those things that seems simple is reverse psychology methods, and it is. The individual will give you instructions knowing that you will desire to do the exact opposite. For instance, I would say, go ahead and drink Coke every day at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If I wanted you to quit drinking it, keep your hands off the water, you would naturally begin to feel that you should cut back on your Coke consumption. It's a psychological ploy that capitalizes on your want to rebel. Remember all the times you felt the need to prove someone incorrect after they told you you couldn't accomplish something. That is an example of reverse psychology. Choice restriction is a cunning tactic that gives you the impression that you have control when in fact you don't. The manipulator can influence you to make the choice they desire by restricting your options. It goes like this. I give you two choices. Either study or do housework, like sweeping or dishwashing. You will naturally choose the easier option, which is studying, and I will get what I want without pressuring you. Restricting someone's options limits their freedom, and they will unknowingly do what you want them to do. A guilt trip occurs when someone makes you feel awful about anything you did or said in the past. Because guilt lowers barriers and increases the likelihood that the victim will agree with the manipulator, this strategy works best on sensitive people. Have you ever heard someone claim that you owe them an apology, or that you shouldn't have done that because it wasn't fair? They're trying to change your behavior by making you feel guilty. You will comply with their requests to make up for manipulative negotiation once you feel awful. Has the salesperson ever told you, this is the best deal you'll ever get? Trust me, it's unbeatable. When you're in a store, manipulative negotiation is what that is. To get what they want, they will employ strategies like inflating the quality of a product or pressuring you into making a choice. It all comes down to giving you the impression that you have no choice but to agree with them. The goal of amplifying concerns is to make a minor issue become a major one. To instill dread or a sense of urgency, the manipulator exaggerates the circumstances. This strategy is frequently used in disputes when someone exaggerates a small matter to make it out to be a major one. They use this to make you feel under pressure to behave fast, frequently without giving it enough thought. When someone shows you a lot of love, attention, and compliments in an attempt to gain your trust, this is known as love bombing. It feels fantastic at first. After all, who wouldn't want to be treated like a king or queen? Once they get you hooked, however, they begin to use that connection to manipulate you. If you don't return their love or follow their instructions, they'll make you feel bad. It is one of the most harmful types of emotional control and is manipulation disguised as benevolence. When someone ignores you as a kind of punishment, it's known as the silent treatment. To make you feel uneasy, perplexed, and nervous, they refuse to communicate. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, you will eventually be the one making contact, offering an apology, or attempting to make things right. The purpose of this power maneuver is to make you want their attention and approval. This strategy entails inserting a third party into your dispute or circumstance in order to generate drama. To make you feel outnumbered or unsupported, the manipulator may add, "Even so-and-so agrees with me on this," making you feel guilty since more people are allegedly on their side is the main goal. Someone stepping in to save the day, usually from a mess they caused in the first place, is known as playing the savior. When they fix it, they'll act like heroes after messing it up behind the scenes. This increases their perceived value in your eyes, making you feel more dependent on them going forward and beholden to them. When someone gives you the impression that you will lose out on something worthwhile if you don't take immediate action, it's scarcity. Marketing frequently uses phrases like limited time offer or only 2 left in stock. Even if you're not entirely convinced about the choice, it gives you a sense of urgency, forcing you to take action right away. Emotional blackmail is when someone uses your feelings against you to coerce you into doing something they want by making you feel nervous, afraid, or guilty. They might say something like, "This is how you repay me after everything I've done for you," or "If you truly loved me, you'd do this for me." It's a deceptive strategy meant to get you to appear as though you're afraid of losing their love or approval. Fake concern. This one is challenging since it gives the impression that the other person actually cares about you. They'll say they're worried about your choices or behavior, but it's actually simply a ploy to manipulate you. They may claim that they are simply telling you this because they care about you, but their true goal is to influence your decisions by pretending to be concerned. When someone avoids accountability by placing the blame elsewhere, usually on you, this is known as blame shifting. When you approach them with a mistake, they will reply, "Well, you made me do it," or "If you hadn't done that, I wouldn't have had to do this," rather than take responsibility for their actions. They swiftly flip the roles so that even though it wasn't your fault in the first place, you are now the one offering an apology. In order to avoid taking responsibility, the manipulator will use the victimization tactic to win sympathy and divert criticism. You will hear statements like, "Everyone is against me," or "You don't know what I'm going through," which makes you feel sorry for them and causes you to quickly comfort them rather than concentrate on the problem at hand. In contrast to positive reinforcement, which rewards excellent behavior, negative reinforcement entails taking away something unpleasant in order to promote a particular behavior. For example, a supervisor might only lighten your burden if you agree to put in extra hours. By dangling respite in front of you, they are actually encouraging you to do more, even if it feels like they are doing you a favor. Indirect antagonism is known as passive aggressiveness. The manipulator will use sarcasm, backhanded compliments, or silent sabotage to vent their rage or frustration rather to face a problem head-on. They may say, for instance, "Oh, don't worry about it, you're the expert." But in reality, they imply the exact opposite. It allows you to critique without coming across as overtly hostile, leaving you perplexed about their actual motivations. A powerful emotional manipulation technique known as love withdrawal occurs when someone threatens to withhold their love, affection, or attention if you don't agree with their requests. This strategy takes advantage of your fear of rejection or abandonment to make you comply with their requests in order to maintain the relationship. When someone makes a false promise, they are deceiving you into believing that you will receive something worthwhile. If you put in extra effort today, someone might promise you a raise, promotion, or other reward later, but they'll always have an excuse for why it hasn't happened yet. It makes you keep trying even when they never deliver. Cutting you off from your support system is the main goal of the isolating technique. The manipulator doesn't want other people to influence or advise you, so they will gradually distance you from friends and family. They may say things like, "Those people aren't good for you," or "Why do you need them when you have me?" The intention is to make you reliant on them for everything so that they can control you more easily. Please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment if you felt this video was useful. As always, if you want more insights into psychology, self-improvement, and mastering the art of influence, subscribe. Tell me which approach caught your attention the most, or if you've ever used any of them directly.